trade and which are related with the manufacturing process. So by preparing this trading account, you are going to learn, okay, that how we are getting gross profit or gross loss. So the purpose of preparing this trading account is to find out gross profit and gross loss of a firm. So second account is profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. So by profit and loss account, you're going to know, okay, that what is a net profit and net loss of a firm. Okay, how the firm is incurring net profit or net loss. Okay, after preparation of profit and loss account, whatever the net profit or net loss you are getting, you need to transfer it to the balance sheet liability side. So you need to add net profit to the capital. If you are getting loss, you need to deduct from the capital. So the third statement, I'm saying trading account and profit and loss account. So by trading account, we are going to calculate gross profit and gross loss of a firm. And by profit and loss account, you are going to calculate net profit or net loss of a firm. So balance sheet is not a account, balance sheet is a statement. Balance sheet is a statement which represent assets and liabilities. So on the left hand side, you have to show liabilities and capital. On the right hand side, you need to show assets. Okay, so why we will be preparing this final accounts? We are preparing this final accounts in order to know the financial status of a firm. So in order to check the financial status, whether we are running profits or losses, you need to prepare the final accounts. So let us learn how to prepare this. So in this question, you see from the following trial balance. So trial balance is a question for final accounts. By seeing the trial balance, you need to calculate gross profit or gross loss, net profit or net loss, and you need to show the balance sheet statement, which is representing liabilities and capital and assets. So in this question, you see from the following trial balance and additional information, prepare a final accounts for the year ended 31st December 2014. Okay, he has given the balanced trial balance. So how can I know it is a balanced trial balance? Means you can add the total of debit and credit. Now you will be getting the equal total. So sometimes it will be unbalanced trial balance and sometimes it will be a balanced one. Okay, and here he has given few transactions. Now you need to identify which one is belonging to which category, whether we have to post them in the trading account or profit and loss account, or whether we have to show them in the balance sheet statement. So first he has given sundry debtors. Okay, what is sundry debtors? Sundry debtors is a current asset, okay, which you need to show in the balance sheet. Stock, so he has given stock 1st Jan 2014. So it is an opening stock. Opening stocks you need to show in the trading account debit side. Okay, trading account will start with the opening stock and it will be closed by the closing stock. So cash in hand, he has given cash in hand. What is cash in hand here? It is a current asset, so you need to show it in the balance sheet. Next, wages. Okay, wages are related with the factory, so it has to be shown in the trading account. So I will be writing here trading account debit side. Trade expenses means it is related with the trading, so trading account debit. Gas, water and power, it is related with the factory expenditures, which has to be shown in the trading account debit side. So here he has given sales return. Sales return means minus from sales. Okay, minus from sales in trading account credit side, because we are showing sales in the credit side of trading account. Bank charges, it is an expenditure to you, so all the expenditure should be shown in the P&L account debit. So I am writing here P&L account debit. Purchases, okay, purchases are related with the trading account, you need to show in the trading account debit side. Advertisement, it is an expenditure, so you have to show it is in the P&L account debit side. Next, premises. Premises means it is an asset. You have to show in the balance sheet. Okay, drawings. Drawings has to be deducted from the capital in the balance sheet liability side. Okay, this amount you need to deduct from the capital. Next, on the credit side, you see discount received. He's saying discount received, which means you are getting the discount, so it is an income to you. So you need to show this amount in the profit and loss account credit side, because in the P&L account credit side, we are going to show all the incomes and gains and profits that we are getting. Bank overdraft. Okay, bank overdraft. Here you need to take bank overdraft. It is a current liability. You need to show in the balance sheet liability side. Long-term loan. Long-term loan is a liability for you, so you need to show it is in the balance sheet liability side. Sales. Okay, sales are related with the trading account, so trading account credit side you need to show the sales. Capital. Capital will be shown in the balance sheet statement in the liability side. Okay, so balance sheet liability side. So now what I did means just I have identified each and every entry and I have posted it in the particular account, means which entry is belonging to the which account. So here in this question you can see in the downside he has given some adjustments. Okay, for this adjustment you need to remember one point, that every adjustment has to be repeated 2 times. Okay, all the adjustment entries has to be shown in the final accounts 2 times. One in the trading or P&L account related with the respective entry, and second time you need to show in the balance sheet assets or liability side. So in this question you see he has given you bank charges outstanding. Okay, bank charges outstanding means first you need to show it in the P&L account debit side. Okay, you need to do the working related with the bank charges. Okay, after that what you have to do means in the balance sheet liability side you have to show the outstanding amount 150 rupees. Okay, 2 times. One time in the P&L account debit side I will be doing working related with the bank charges outstanding, and second time I will be taking the same amount in the balance sheet liability side as outstanding bank charges rupees 150. Next is saying write off bad debts rupees 500. Okay, bad debts means it is a loss to a debtors. So what I will be doing is I will be taking this bad debts in the P&L account, and we have to calculate bad debts from the debtors. And second time what you have to do means you have to show in the balance sheet asset side. Okay, you need to take the debtors amount. From that debtors amount you need to deduct this 500 rupees. Okay, and you see the last adjustment, he's saying provide 5% for doubtful debts. Okay, so what you have to do means you need to calculate 5% doubtful debts on the debtors amount. So in this question he has given sundry debtors amount 64,000. So on this 64,000 you need to calculate 5% for doubtful debts. So let us prepare now here. So first I will be preparing trading account. Okay, trading account. So format is particulars, amount, particulars, amount. Okay, this is a format of trading account. Okay, now let us see what are the entries are there which are belonging to the trading account, and we will post here. Sundry data is not belonging to the trading account. Opening stock. So here you have to write to opening stock. Okay, what is the amount of opening stock in the question he has given? Opening stock is 44,000. Okay, I have the opening stock amount 44,000. Next, cash in hand is not related with the trading. Wages. Okay, wages are related with the trading. So before that, what you do, mom, we are having this 3 adjustment now. So we will mark this adjustment so that when we are entering that, we can identify. Okay, we have adjustment for the bank charges and write off bad debts and provide 5% for doubtful debts means on the data. So we have to do some adjustment to these two in the P&L account. Okay, wages. So I'm taking here 2 wages. So there is no adjustment to the wages, but directly I'm taking the amount in the outer column. That is 35,000. Next, trade expenses. Okay, trade expense has to be shown in the debit side of trading account. 2 trade expenses. Okay, what is the amount of trade expenses? 2150. Gas, water, and power, which are used in the factories. Gas, water, power. Okay, what is the amount more? 4,450 rupees. Next, sales return he has given. So sales return has to deduct from the sales ma sales return. Okay, what is the amount of sales return in this question? 800 rupees. Bank charges, it will be coming in the P&L account. Purchases will be coming in the trading account. 2 purchases. Okay, there are no purchase returns ma. Directly I have been showing the amount in the outer column. 2,37,740 rupees. Advertisement is related with the P&L account. Premises is an asset. Drawings you need to show in the balance sheet. Deduct from the capital. Now come to the credit side. Discount received. It has to be shown in the P&L account. Okay, next is saying bank overdraft. Bank overdraft is a liability, current liability, which has to be shown in the balance sheet. Long-term liability, balance sheet, sales. So where you have to show sales here? By sales. Okay, what is the amount of sales here? 3,65,000. Okay, capital. Capital has to be shown in the balance sheet. So now we have posted all the entries related with the trading account. You can check here. So in this question, there is no closing stock. Okay, if closing stock is there, what you have to do is you need to show that closing stock in the trading account credit side, because trading account will be start with the opening stock and it has to be closed with the closing stock. For this particular problem, we don't have any closing stock. So directly now we have to do the calculation part. So add the total of debit and credit. Okay, what is the debit total and credit total? So here 3,65,000 minus 800 means 3,64,200. Okay, calculate the debit total. 2,37,000. You need to do the calculation part. Don't sit like that. Okay. 44,000 plus 35,000 plus 2150 plus 4450 plus 2,37,740. So here we are getting. So I'm writing rough notes here, ma. So debit total is 3,23,340 rupees, and credit total is directly here we are having 3,64,200. So minus 3,64,200. So here we are getting gross profit is 40,860 rupees. So here you can see credit total is the highest total. So I am writing in the equal column 3,64,200 in the debit side and 3,64,200 in the credit side. So highest total you write in the equal column. So here you are getting balancing figure. That balancing figure is considered as a 2 gross profit. Okay, carried on. 2 gross profit carried on. So if you are getting balancing figure here, it means you got profit. Suppose if you are getting balancing figure this side, it means you got gross loss. So how much gross profit you got in this question? 40,860 rupees. Okay, now we have closed the trading account. Trading account has been closed. So after closing the trading account, what you have to do means whatever the gross profit or gross loss you are getting now, that you need to transfer to the profit and loss account. Okay, the next one is profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. Okay, same format will be the same, particulars, amount, particulars, amount. So what you have to do means first you need to take the gross profit or gross loss that you are getting in the trading account. You need to transfer this amount to the P&L account. So here I'm getting gross profit. So gross profit has to be transferred to the P&L account credit side. So here I will be writing by gross profit. Okay, how much gross profit we are having here? 40,860 rupees. 40,860. Okay, now we have to see the entries related with the profit and loss account. So here we got the gross profit, that's why we are showing it in the credit side. Suppose if I'm getting gross loss, so you need to show in the debit side of profit and loss account. So simply we can say, okay, that it is like income and expenditure account. So all the expenditures has to be shown in the debit side of a profit and loss account, and all the incomes has to be shown in the credit side of profit and loss account. So gross profit is an income to you now, so that's why you are transferring it to the credit side of profit and loss account. If you are getting gross loss, it is an expenditure, it is a loss to you. So you need to transfer it to the debit side of profit and loss account. Okay, now we will prepare the profit and loss account. So here we are having some adjustment also we need to do. So for the sundry data, there is an adjustment mark. So why I'm taking the sundry data amount here means I have marked a tick here. Okay, I put a right mark here. It means that there is some adjustment to this sundry data that you need to do the working in the P&L account. So what I will be doing is first I will be taking the sundry data amount. Okay, sundry data. So what is the total of sundry data? It is 64,000. Okay, 64,000. So in this question you can see he is saying that write off bad debts rupees 500. So he has given bad debts rupees 500 here, and he's saying provide 5% for doubtful debts. So what you have to do means you need to calculate 5% for doubtful debts. So here you need to do some working. I will explain how to do here. So I'm calculating 5% for doubtful debts now here. So 64,000 minus 500. Why I'm deducting 500 means he has given write off bad debts 500. Okay, 500 is a loss to a debtors. So that's why I'm deducting this amount. So here you need to calculate 5% as a doubtful debts into 5 by 100. Okay, 64,000 minus 500 into 5 by 100 means you will be getting doubtful debts is 3,175 rupees. Okay, this is a working you need to do. So he's saying debtors amount is 64,000 and he has given write off bad debts rupees 500. So from this 64,000 we need to deduct 500 rupees as a bad debts. So on the remaining amount you need to calculate 5% for doubtful debts. So this is the amount 3,175 is a 5% for doubtful debts. Now next what you have to do is he has given write off bad debts also in this question. So I am taking 2 bad debts. How much? 500. I have shown in the P&L account. Okay, I have taken write off bad debts also and have taken provide 5% for doubtful debts. Next is saying bank charges outstanding. Okay, what you have to do is first you need to take the bank charges amount, 2 bank charges. Okay, what is the amount of bank charges here? Bank charges is 1800. 100 rupees ma. Here is saying outstanding bank charges. How much is the bank charges outstanding? 150 rupees. Okay, you need to add outstanding amount to this. So in the outer column 1950. So all the adjustment we have shown one time in the profit and loss account. Okay, next we will see the remaining entries which we have to post in the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, here data already we have taken, stock also taken, cash in hand, asset, wages already taken, trade expenses, gas, water, bank charges I have taken this also, purchases we have already entered, advertisement. So advertisement is an expenditure now, so you need to write here to advertisement. Okay, how much is the amount of advertisement my here? 2200. Okay, premises is an asset, drawings are related with the uh, liability side, discount received. So here I have to write by discount received. Okay, how much is the amount of discount here? 9000. So no other entries are there. Now you need to do the calculation part here. So 193175 at the total of debit and credit 3175 plus 500 plus 1950 plus 2200. So total of debit is, I am writing here rough notes, total of debit is 7825 rupees. Okay, credit side total 40,860 rupees plus 9000. Okay, you are getting here 49,860 rupees. So what we will be doing here, highest amount we will be writing in the equal column. So here I will be writing 49,860 rupees in the debit column and 49,860 rupees in the credit column. Okay, now 49,860 minus 7,825. So here you are getting 42,035 rupees. So this 42,035 rupees, here you are getting balancing figure. It means you got net profit. Okay, net profit is 42,035 rupees. Suppose if you are getting balancing figure in the profit and loss account debit side, it means you got net profit. Suppose if you are getting balancing figure here, it means you got net loss. So we have closed the profit and loss account now. So what you have to do next means you need to go with the other part, that is preparation of balance sheet statement. So in order to prepare the balance sheet statement, the format is balance sheet as on 31st December 2014. Okay, here format is liabilities and capital, liabilities and capital, amount, assets, amount. Okay, first in the liability side of a balance sheet, you write the capital and you take the capital amount in the inner column. What is the capital here? Okay, here it is there. It is 1,50,000. Okay, why I have to write the capital amount in the inner column is you need to do certain working for that, because in the profit and loss account, if you are getting net profit, you have to add to the capital. If you are getting net loss, you need to deduct from the capital. So in this question, we can say we got net profit, that is 42,035 rupees. So you need to add this net profit amount, 42,035 rupees. Okay, inner column only you keep, because if any adjustments are there related with the capital, we need to add it to here. So now let us check from the starting entry onwards, because if any entry is missing, your balance sheet won't get tally. So sundry data. Sundry data is a current asset I need to take in the balance sheet. So here I will be writing sundry data. Okay, what is the amount of sundry data? 64,000. Okay, why I am writing sundry data amount in the inner column here means we did certain adjustment here. We have calculated bad debts. Okay, and we have provide 5% for the doubtful debts. So this you need to show in the balance sheet now, because all the adjustment has to be repeated 2 times. So one time we have shown in the profit and loss account, and second time we are showing in the balance sheet. So sundry debtors is belonging to the asset side now. So we have to do the working here in the balance sheet asset side. So he's saying write off bad debts 500. So minus bad debts 500. Okay, next is saying provide 5% for doubtful debts. So we have calculated 5% for doubtful debts in the profit and loss account. Okay, let us check what is the amount of doubtful debts here. It is 3175. Okay, minus doubtful debts. How much is the amount? 3175. Okay, 64,000 minus 500 minus 3175 is 60,325 rupees. Okay, which you need to show in the outer column. Okay, stock already we have taken. Cash in hand. Cash in hand is a current assets. You need to show in the balance sheet. So I'm writing here cash in hand. Okay, how much is the amount of cash in hand here? 3160. Okay, next gas, water, trade expenses. These all are belonging to the trading account. Sales return also. Here there is adjustment to the bank charges. So what is that adjustment to the bank charges here? Bank charges outstanding rupees 150. So here I will leave some space, because if any working is there related with the capital, we need to do it. So here I will be writing bank charges outstanding. Bank charges outstanding. Okay, what is the amount of bank charges outstanding? 150 rupees. Okay, we have repeated all these entries 2 times. Here also see bank charges outstanding 150 I have taken, write off bad debts 500 I have taken here, and provide 5% for doubtful debts also we have taken here. So all the adjustment we have repeated 2 times in the final accounts. Okay, now after bank charges, premises. Premises is an asset you need to show in the balance sheet asset side. Premises. Okay, what is the amount of premises here? 1,60,000. And he has given drawings. What you have to do drawings means drawings has to be deducted from the capital, because the drawings means owner has withdrawn certain amount. Okay, drawings minus from the capital. How much it is? 9,000. Okay, discount receipt already we have taken. Bank overdraft. It is a liability. You have to show in the liability side of balance sheet. Bank overdraft. Okay, how much is the amount of bank overdraft? It is 15,000. Okay, long-term liability, it is a liability long-term loan. 2,53,000. Sorry, not 2,53,000. It is 25,300. Okay, now we need to do the working for the capital now. So what is the total of capital here? It is 1,50,000. So add net profit. Net profit is 42,035 rupees. Deduct drawings. What is the amount of drawings here? 9,000. So total is 1,83,035 rupees. Okay, now you add the total of debit and credit. You should get both the total equal. So here you can check each and every entry we have shown here. All the adjustment also we have taken 2 times. So now we will calculate whether both the assets and liabilities are getting equal balance or not. So 1,83,035 plus 150 plus 15,000 plus 25300. So here you are getting 2,23,485 rupees. So here I am writing 2,23,485. Okay, this is a total of liability side. Now same total you need to do for the asset side also. Okay, 60,325 rupees plus 3160 plus 1,60,000. Okay, you are getting the same total. It means it is tallied. 2,23,485 rupees. Okay. Suppose in the examination, if your balance sheet is not getting tally, so you have to cross verify whether you have taken all the interest related with the trading or profit and loss account correct or not. Then you have to check the total, whether any calculation mistake is there or not. Even if you have taken all the entries correct or